8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 8, 9, 10. Whew, that's quite the workout. This thing's quite useful. I wouldn't mind having this around the shop. I don't have the money that Hoovie does where I can afford a personal trainer. That guy's swimming in money. But hey, I have to make do with what I got, and it seems to be working pretty good. Hey, you know, whatever. Welcome back to the Wizard Shop. It's kind of a rainy day outside, and I thought I'd get me a workout in, and it looks like an exercise machine. It's stainless steel, and it's got arms and different stations you can go to. It's pretty neat. But anyway, seriously though, we're going to look at the fuel pump today. We're going to pull out the fuel pump and replace it. We heard the fuel pump in one of Tyler's videos, and it was making a loud, blaring noise. I think it's on its way out, and we're going to go ahead and pull it out of the tank. And since there's so many of these on the road, I thought it'd be beneficial for you guys to know how to change your fuel pump, because these things are everywhere. I had a guy up at McDonald's the other day in front of me in one of these, or was that Tyler? I don't know. Anyways, let's get to the fuel pump. So the fuel tank on this car is up front. We're going to go ahead and open the latch to open the front boot, I guess you would call it. This is actually where you fill your gas on this car. Right here. You have to open the trunk, boot, whatever you want to call it, every time. And you fill up. Try not to spill it, just like on the last video, the lady who spilled gas all over her car. You don't want to spray your windshield and all that stuff. So you want to make sure it goes in there. But we're going to get down to the fuel tank and the fuel pump. And the first thing you want to do is remove your carpet floor here. Set it aside. So another interesting bit of information is there's your brake master cylinder and brake fluid and everything. Since there's so many millions of these on the road, I thought it'd be thoughtful to show you that. So the next thing we do is take this huge spare tire, solid titanium, whatever that is, aluminum wheel out of here. And as you can see, there's a little access cover right here. It's got Phillips screws in it. I'm going to go ahead and take that out. This kind of reminds me of like a Myers Manx or something. It's all just a fiberglass bathtub looking thing. Pull the cover off. Take that out. And here we have a brand new fuel pump. Replace this messed up one. Set that aside. Well, I can see some wiring is already damaged on the fuel sending unit. That's no good. I'll go ahead and unplug that and kind of take a look at it. Take it out of there. It doesn't, I can already smell the bad gasoline in here. Try to be careful with this old wiring. Take that little cap off. There's our fuel sending unit. Well, it just came apart. So look at all that gunk in there. It's just corroded. The thing just crumbled in my hand. He's going to need a new fuel sending unit. There's the screen is all cracked and nasty. Well, that's no good. Anyways, we know now we're going to need a fuel sending unit. Now we'll go ahead and pull the pump out. Pull this off. And that is a 17mm flare wrench and a 14. Okay. There's that. There's a little rubber boot. Wow, that doesn't look good. That's pretty nasty looking. It's rotten and it's like tar. What in the world? What kind of rigging is that? I'm pretty sure it didn't come out of the DeLorean factory like that. That's some Mississippi engineering or something. That's not good. Well, that's why this is the cheapest DeLorean in the country, right there. There's a hose down in here. It's been cut, or it's probably supposed to hook to that, or it's pretty nasty in there. There's like sand down there and globs of who knows what. This is very likely our running problem. I think it's running out of gas, and it's probably been doing it for so long that the pump's shot. Probably going to need a new boot. I'm not putting that back in there. It's like Jello. Yeah. It's like tar. It's the La Brea tar pits. Let me get a rag. Well, guys, I was pretty sure I was going to replace this pump today and show you how that goes, but after seeing this kind of garbage on here, that's not going to happen. I'm going to have to research, and there's some missing parts here. There's a bunch of stuff that's been bypassed or cut off. I'm going to have to look in to see what's supposed to go here and put it back the way it is. I'm going to need a new fuel sending unit. But at least you got to see where is the fuel pump on this thing and how to get it out. But it'll be a part 2 of this video. I'm going to have to get me a parts list going on this thing. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and open the engine bay and show you some cool things in there. Some other parts of the fuel system that I may have to be working with. Put in this piece of wood here. Hold this up. So inside of here, here's the fuel distributor. By what I've seen in the gas tank with all that crud, and very likely we're going to have to pull that off and have it cleaned or professionally cleaned, rebuilt. And there's a fuel filter that's right down here. I'll replace that as well and flush all the fuel lines. There's the cold start injector for those cold mornings. And this is a Bosch Jetronic system. I've worked on a lot of these. They don't really tolerate sitting for a long time. Varnish and today's gasoline and stuff, it gets in there and it sits for years. It's basically a front to back system rebuild. All kinds of mechanically controlled items that have to be just rebuilt. Luckily, this is pretty easy to get around in here. It's not difficult. Pretty easy to work on. It's a little V6. But as soon as we get the fuel pump situation taken care of and get the fuel filter on, get the fuel lines flushed and then the fuel filter on, this guy will be the next culprit. If the fuel pump doesn't solve it, very likely a problem is right there.
Car Wizard, would that help Tyler get to the 88 miles per hour?
Well, as it sits, he's definitely not getting to 88 miles per hour, but once we get this situation addressed and get the fuel system cleaned out, I think he'll have no trouble to get to 88 miles an hour. Well, sorry guys, I was actually excited to get the fuel pump replaced and try to crank this thing and see if it solves the problem or at least improves our odds here. But after I got that apart, and as we see the fuel systems, not only is it trashed from contamination and old gas, but it's been rigged. There's a lot of stuff in there. Like I said, it's missing. They just put a pipe and some clamps, and that's not going to work. I mean, this is a DeLorean. This isn't a Ford Escort. We're going to try to get that right. We're going to get that right for him and get all the right parts and get it back together with a new pump, a new fuel sender, new fuel filter, flush the lines, and get this going for him. That's the life of a mechanic. You have aim to do this or that, and then you finally get it apart and you go, oh my God, I can't go any further. This is broke, that's broke. That's actually a day in the life of the Wizard. I thought I'd show you one of these t-shirts that we have for sale. This is actually what they look like. We sold several already. They're pretty interesting. Wear that around. Car Wizard. There's many other items you can order on there too, not just t-shirts. If you're interested in one of those shirts, the link is below, and also there's a link for Amazon affiliates for any of the tools I use. If you're interested in purchasing, there's quite a few on there, and I've actually sold quite a bit on there. I appreciate it. Anyways, hit the subscribe button, and thanks for watching.